Okay, I think we're online. Assalamualaikum to all of your parents. A very good morning. I'm Hidayah from Genius Young Minds, where we help your child score in math within a very short period of time. I hope you can see the board clearly. I had some technical difficulties this morning again with my laptop, so I hope this is good. This is clear. Alright, so can you see the board clearly, everybody? Okay, so if you can see and you're online, why not love, like, and share this video so that other parents can benefit. Okay, so please like, love, share this video. Okay, alright, so we are going to begin today's question. Today's question is actually quite tricky, right? If you do not know how to approach this kind of question, and this is usually very familiar or very popular in the PSLE question, and this is actually a 5-mark question. You see, one problem sums that give 5 marks. Okay, all right. Okay, so like, love, share this video so that other parents can also watch this and also can benefit from this video as well. Okay, alright, so for those of you who are online, please like, love, share this video so that other parents can also be able to follow and actually learn the concepts from this video as well. Okay, alright, so let me just begin. Okay, I'm not so sure whether you're online, please like, okay, you like, love, or share so I know you're online. For those of you who are watching this later, you can actually do this together with your child, or you can do this later as a revision. Okay, after you finish the whole question, you can repeat it yourself as a revision so that you can apply the concepts learned today. Okay, so let's try this question. Mike had some red and yellow marbles. If he exchanged 3/10 of his red marbles for yellow marbles, he would have 3/8 yellow marbles. If he exchanged 3/20 of his yellow marbles for the red marbles, he would have 2/4 yellow marbles. What fraction of the marbles that Mike had was red? Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, alright, so this one is actually, as I mentioned, okay, so this is actually equal concept for working backwards. Okay, this is equal concept or working backwards concept. Alright, so quite easy. Okay, first things first, let's follow the steps. Number 1, you need to identify the red and yellow marbles exchange. So let's go to the question again. Okay, Mike had some red and yellow marbles. Do we know how many marbles he have at first? Okay, the red and yellow, I do not know. Okay, but I know that he has some. That's all. He has some. Okay, if he exchanged 3/10 of his red marbles, we're talking about red marbles, for yellow marbles, he would have 3/8 yellow marbles. If he exchanged 3/20 of his yellow marbles, for the red marbles, he would have 2/4 yellow marbles. So we know here we're talking about two different kind of marbles. We have the red, and then we also have the yellow. Okay, I'm going to bring down the fractions. Okay, you know that this fractions is already in its simplest form, means it's already in its units form. Okay, this one also is already in its units form. So let's bring down. 3/10 is red, 3/10. So this is unit, this is unit. This one is 3/20, that's yellow. I'll bring down 3/20. Okay, now the base, this one is always my total. This is always my total. So this is total for yellow. This is total for red. Yeah. Okay. This is the one that is exchange. Alright. So this is also the one that is exchange. Alright. So for those of you who are aware and you know what is actually the equal concept, you have to look at the numerator. Let's look at the numerator or the exchange. Are they equal? Yes, they are. Okay. So this is actually my parts. For those of you who have followed my previous video, you know this is my part. Okay. So we have this. What do I want to draw first? Yes, I will want to draw out my equal concept table. Okay. So we'll draw it out here. Maybe I draw it here. Okay. So it's clearer. So we have parts. And then we have total. Okay. Parts is what that is exchange. Alright, then we draw out our box. Then we have our red. And then we have our yellow. Like that. Okay? So we're going to fill up the box with the information from the question. Okay, we're going to fill it up. So let's look at red. That is exchange. Red exchange. How many units? 3 units. Then we have red total. How many units? 10 units. Then we have yellow exchange. We have 3 units. Yellow total. We have 20 units. Okay. Now, let's look. For the first one, identify the red and yellow marbles exchange. We have identified. Okay. Figure out the units of the red and yellow. We have also. Then find the unknown or red. In this question, the unknown here is actually my red. I do not know how many is the red. Because if you keep on looking or you look through the question again, they keep on telling you about the yellow. If he exchanged 3 out of 10 of the red, he have 3 for 8 yellow marbles. If he exchanged 3 over 20 of his yellow for the red, he will have 204 yellow. They keep on telling you about the yellow marbles. Okay? Which means I know that red is unknown. Okay, so when red unknown, focus on the yellow. We focus on yellow. Focus on yellow. Right? So let's focus on the yellow marbles. So we go to the yellow marbles. So let's look at the yellow marbles. If he exchanged 3 over 20 of his yellow marbles, means I focus on the yellow marbles. Means this one, this part. I focus this part. Okay? So exchange means I get rid. Means I take it out. Right? So if you see here, right, there is a difference. Once I take out my 3 units to exchange, I have 17 units left. So if he exchanged 3 over 20 of his yellow marbles for red marbles, he would have 204 yellow marbles, which means my 17 unit is 204. 1 unit is 204 over 17 equals 212. Now, issue here is I want to find my total yellow first. Okay, so I want to find my 20 units. Is 20 times 12 give me 240. This is my 240 yellow marbles. What am I talking about here? Yellow marbles. Okay, so I have 240 yellow marbles, right? Now, we are going to go back to my first one, my red. Okay, go back to the red one. If he exchanged 3 over 10 of his red marbles for the yellow marbles, we know that they exchange equally. Can you see here? Okay, so let's look at the yellow marbles here. How much does he have? He has 3 for 8. We know that from the yellow marbles, in the end later on, he has 20 units, which is 240. So we are focusing on yellow marbles still. Okay, yellow means I have 3 for 8 at first. Minus away my 240. Okay, this will give me my red marbles. How much is my red marbles? I take 3 for 8 minus 240. That will give me 108. Okay, this 108, the difference is actually what he exchanged. This one. Right, so which means this is also 3 units. So 3 unit is 108. 1 unit is 108 over 3 equals to 36. Now, look at the table again. What's my total for red? I want to know 10 units. 36 times 10 give me 360. This is my red marbles. Question asks you, what fraction of the marbles that Mike had was red? What fraction of the marbles? Of the marbles means here is marbles, or we have total marbles. Then here is my red. Of the marbles was red, right? Whatever they ask will be the numerator, the part. Whatever it is based on is the total, which is the total marbles. So equal to my red is, how many do I have? 360. My total, can I find my total marbles? Yes, I take 360 and 240. So it is 360 plus 240 equals to 600. Right? So this is 360 over 600. I'll reduce because it says simplest form. Alright, I will get 3 over 5. And this is my answer. Okay, 3 out of 5. Okay, I will hide this so you can see. You can see that this is 3 out of 5. Okay, so I hope you can see this clearly. As I mentioned to all of you, I really cannot see all your love like or whatever comments here because I'm using the Be Live. Okay, because if I use the normal FB Live, I can see, but this time I can't see anything. Okay, so at the moment there's like I don't see any viewers, I don't see any comments. I'm like talking to myself. I'm not so sure. So if you are, then please just like. Maybe I'll just go back to my Be Live later on and see all your comments and whatever whoever was online. Okay, I'll catch up with all of you. Okay, but for now, this is what I mentioned, the equal concept and the working backwards concept. Why working backwards? Because I focus on the one that I know. I focus on the yellow. Yellow because question give us information on the yellow marbles. So yellow marbles is what I know. Unknown is the red. And yes, the question also wants the red. Okay. And when I read the question, I noticed that he exchanged equally. The parts that he exchanged, the red and yellow, is equal. Okay. So this is actually equal concept as well. I put it in the table. This is the equal concept table. This is equal concept table. Okay. So I put into the table and I noticed that yes, the parts are equal. Equal concept, the parts must be equal. Alright? So which means my issue here is I want to find out what's the total for yellow and what's the total for red. And that's what I find. Yellow and then red. And the question wants me to actually find the fraction of red over the total itself. Alright? So for those of you parents who have already received your child's SA1 result, math result, and you are kind of anxious and worried because your child is not doing very well, or maybe he has issues with his math now, right? Especially those who are in primary 5, you can see that the child or the student is actually starting to struggle in their math. Because at P5 level is where all the advanced math concepts or the heuristic math concepts will be introduced, taught, and have to be mastered before he move on to P6 or PSLE. And of course, the PSLE parents, I know you are anxious because we are left with less than 6 months to PSLE, and minus of all the holidays, okay, all the celebration inside these few months, and we have about 6 months left, okay. So if your child is still failing, then do something. Don't just sit and then think that it's okay. Do not rush until the last minute. Quite stressful, is very pressurizing for the child. Not everyone can take that kind of pressure. Okay, best for you to pace yourself from now onwards. Okay, put in some action, investment, okay, in your child's results, for your child's result. Okay, do something now. Maybe you can try out my free trial class. It's free, okay, free for 2 hours. Sit with me. I'll find out. I will actually go through with your child. Okay, they will sit for math diagnostic test, and then I will inform you of the child current math ability level, what their weaknesses are, how we can rectify it together. Okay, all right, and then from the trial classes, they are also able to learn more of this kind of PSLE must know math concept. These are 2 of the PSLE must know math concept which I share with you. So you can see that this kind of question, it doesn't just apply one concept into the question. Sometimes you have to apply 2 or 3 of the concepts into one question. Right? Application of the concept is very important. Identification first, and after that, application of the concept. Right? Most students are unable to do both, and then that's why they cannot solve the sum. Okay, for those of you who are keen on my math tuition classes are all taught by myself. Yes, 90% of the classes are taught by myself, except for the P1 or the P1 prep class. Okay, the rest of the classes are taught by myself as much as possible. Okay, yes, I am very stretched. I do not have time, and I only have limited slots per class. Each of the class that I have currently are almost full. They are either full or only left with one slot each. Okay, click on that link to find out all the classes, or you can actually bypass all these links. If you are not sure on how to do all the links, just WhatsApp me 91098564. SMS and WhatsApp me, alright, to find out more about my classes, or maybe you want to share with me about your child's current results and what you can do, or you want to ask me questions that they have for their math homework or math assignments, go ahead, alright. Inshallah, I will be there to help you and then able to give you some guidance here and there, okay? Alright, so this has been Hidayah from Genius Young Minds, where we help your child score in math within a very short period of time. I really want to know if you're online, okay? This be life is something strange. Okay, goodbye.